Alright, moved around some shelves and everything, and so I had to take down all my older reels that I had on there, just kind of displayed in my little man cave, man room, whatever you want to call it. And before I go through and kind of wipe everything down and clean it, figured I probably need to get this old line off before it turns to chalk, makes a mess or falls off or gets stuck semi-permanently. So most of these are still able to be used. This one probably got put on the shelf because I got a bird's nest, and you know how it is with these casting reels. It's easier just to get a new reel than it is a lot of times to fix the bird's nest. At least with me anyways. But as we can see, that's in there, so I'm probably going to have to do some cutting on this one to get it off and out of there. But I'm going to get this off of there, clean these things up, and I'll show you putting them up and talk a little bit about each of them. Oh, you've done it now. Should have just left it. I kind of like the looks of the line on there, you know. Kind of tells people what it's for if they don't know what the fishing reel looks like. Yep, definitely should have just left it on there. What would y'all do in this situation? Throw the whole thing away? Nah, I can't do that. My granddad gave me this reel, old pin reel. I've got a bunch of them that was his granddad's and great granddad's, and they used fishing a lot up at Kentucky Dam, snagging, catching catfish, spoonbill, believe it or not, before there was such thing as Asian carp infestation on Kentucky Lake and the tailwaters. But so I'm the fisherman in the family, and I asked and got it. So if any of your family members have some old fishing gear, or it could be out hunting gear, don't matter, ask them, show interest, ask them at the very least stories about it. Hearing stories of my grandparents going snagging and fishing, and I mean, it just, to be there would be one thing, hearing it, and now with technology of getting to save photos or even record, so you've always got that memory and can always refer back. And on the sad days, it's always good to hear those old stories. I should probably be playing some that I've got to get through this. I was gonna just cut this off, fast forward it, but y'all may enjoy my struggles. It's real. Probably not the safest way to do this. My track record of cutting myself around Christmas time. Mom, if you're watching this, promise I'm being careful. Yeah. I definitely made this worse. Some of y'all might like my struggles. It's liable to be a video in itself. Don't mind the heater in the background. Get a little chilly in the back part of the house here. Well, I'll be. How is it you can cut, try to get it off, and it's like it just ties knots instead of cutting. It'll be a 20-minute video, me fighting to get line off a reel. Luckily it's like, I don't know, probably 10-12 pound test. I really don't feel like beating my hands up any more than they already are trying to pull it and break it. Oh, I thought we had something. Nope. Yeah. I think the first thing somebody would tell me is you shouldn't have just yanked on it and cut it. Well, I'm sorry. Oh, let's see. If the future me's watching this, I'm doing this now for you, so it's not harder later. Could have built a time machine, went back in time and bought a new Penn reel back when they were made with metal gears and not cheap plastic ones. Definitely. Don't go back to the future. Future's a nest. It's when you start pulling them and then you realize you cut it and you get a bunch of 6-inch pieces. This is just a display reel. I could use it. I could clean it up and oil it and use it. Nah, put it on a shelf. Show it off. It's a lot better doing it here knowing I'm not in a hurry to catch fish and waiting. At least I'm, not in a hurry, I guess. Could be worse. I've done it plenty of times on the side of a river or a lake. Pretty sure I just said I wasn't going to just pull on it and break it and cut my hands. Sorry, I can't help it. Yeah, I'm just pitching that in the floor. We got 2 dogs. If it can handle their hair, it can handle some fishing string if I forget to pick some of it up. I don't know if I'm getting closer or realizing that this had 672 yards of fishing line on it. It's not that big of a reel. It's impressive how much it can hold. Try not to go too deep. Scratch nothing. Probably did already. I was gonna show y'all a neat little tool I got. One of these. Pull fishing line off. Works pretty good on spinning reels, but these old non-lubricated for the last 10 years casting reels. It doesn't work. Tried it. Didn't work. They probably make a line puller offer 9,000 out there that will, but I ain't found it. Yeah, cut it all up, a bunch of little pieces, never be seen again. I'll just stomp it into the carpet. Well, here we go, pulling on my hands. Could have done my first live stream. People probably pay to watch this. Y'all are watching it for free. You couldn't cut hot butter with those things. Really don't want to use these. What I use for time, but at least they cut. Well, maybe. Anybody get high blood pressure? Well, don't do this if you do. Do I need to get it all off? All right. Probably could have disassembled the reel, cut the spool, slid the line off, welded it back together, sanded it, polished it, all in the same amount of time. Don't get my hopes up. I'm not paying no attention to the footage, so y'all probably seen like a quarter of this. Oh, I think we're getting her. I don't know what y'all are talking about. That was easy. Yay. Yeah. She's a little dry. We'll get her cleaned up though. We'll get her cleaned up. Definitely need some grease.